and Alex met, I think, like 5 or 6 years ago, it might even be more than that, on Twitter. And this was at a time when Twitter was actually like an okay place to be. Like, I don't use Twitter anymore because, well, Alex does, but I don't, because I just prefer Instagram now. Like, you know, if you'd asked me, like, say 2-3 years ago, would I prefer Instagram over Twitter, I would say no. 2 to 3 years ago, I was still on Twitter, and I was still kind of, it was becoming less and less, but I was still on Twitter. Now I'm kind of on Twitter. I have my account that's for this YouTube channel, but to be honest, I don't really use it as much as Instagram. So if you would like to get updates for my videos and stuff, and also I do post for like opinions. So I post like questions and then like get answers from people. So if you'd like to get involved within this channel at any sort of point in time, just look out for my story posts, because I will like post polls and question bits and pieces. Also, I would just like to say thank you to every single one of my subscribers so far. I think I've grown 3 in the past like day, which is crazy to me, because even though it's not an amazing amount of followers, like subscribers, but like I started off this week with like 29, and then one of them was my colleague, so like that's 30, and then like one of them was a girl I met on the train whilst coming up here, that's 31, but then suddenly I grew 2 more like, overnight, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually getting subscribers now. Like it seems like I went from like 0 to 5 quite quickly, because that was like friends and family. And then, like, it kind of went to 10 fairly quickly as well, but then that might have been all more friends and family. When it got to the point of, like, getting between 10 and 25, I would say that was quite a slow period of time where it just did not grow at all. And I was sitting here thinking, do I want to continue? Do I not want to continue? And yeah, it was difficult. But now we're at 33, and I do find that quite, like, strange in a way, because the last 5 subscribers have come so quickly. But I was bored, and I did go in to see Alex, as I said before, and I didn't wake her until I said something, and she basically said she was going to go back to bed until between 10 and 11, and at the moment it is currently 11, so hopefully in the next sort of half an hour to 45 minutes she'll be starting to arise from her bed, and we can get on with the day, because we are planning to go out and, as I said, film some videos and lots of cool things. She's gonna cut my hair, she's gonna try and teach me how to do makeup, and we're gonna do some like shopping type videos. So yeah, I'm excited. So in terms of makeup, I've never really been somebody who's really been into makeup, if that makes sense. When I was at high school, a lot of the girls in my high school would wear makeup, and yeah, it was their thing. Whereas in high school, I didn't see the point in like learning how to do makeup. Like in England, I find that like unless you're in like the cool group, or you're in like the group that wears makeup, not a lot of girls actually wear it, because you're just going into school, you're sitting in a room, and that's it. I know it's different in different countries, because I have spoken to some of my American friends who say, oh yeah, we were doing each other's makeup at like 13, and that seems alien to me. Like I was still wearing a tracksuit in like when I was 13, so but yeah, so I never really kind of got the hype about makeup until more recently. So I did at one point use makeup to kind of conceal a lot of my imperfections, and I used makeup to kind of just make myself feel a little bit more confident, I suppose. But I still wasn't able to do eyeshadows. I still did not know what I was doing in terms of all of that, and I kind of really want to learn. I'm just looking at this palette and I'm like, oh, this looks absolutely amazing. So I thought just for the end of this, like, get ready with me, I would just kind of slightly just talk about my mental health in general and how it's all going. So I've been in recovery for nearly 2 years now. It will be 2 years on the 3rd of February next year. So 3rd of February 2022 will be 2 years like in recovery. I think that's probably the best way to put it. And I'm planning to do some sort of like little gathering with me and my friends and family just to celebrate that, and because it is a big achievement. And I mean, if you'd asked me 3 years ago, would you see yourself being 2 years in recovery? My answer would have been no. And for those of you who are new to my channel and don't know, I'm currently diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, and I've been through many traumas, and that has caused a lot of mood instabilities and impulsivity in my past. And to be 2 years stable, or nearly 2 years stable now that I'm recording this, is kind of almost alien to me, because I never thought I would get to that. I was at a point since, like, basically I've been unwell since I was 17, and I haven't gone 6 months without being in a psych ward. I thought to myself, 2 years. 2 years is a long time and I want to celebrate that. So I am getting Alex involved, and to be honest, we might even like try and do some of the ideas and some of the planning like in this video or in a future video, because basically I'm not going to have it as a surprise. I'm probably going to get my friends and people that are basically going involved to either like write a message or to record a short clip on the camera, just to like have it as like a memory, because I kind of want to like include positive messages from my friends, and I think that would be such a really nice idea to put that into a video. Obviously some of my friends don't want to be on camera, so that's absolutely fine. Like, because they don't want to be on camera, I'll probably just ask them to write like a little note down, and I'll just like read that out to you, or have that like in a bit where I'm just opening envelopes or whatever and reading messages. But for those of the people who don't mind being on camera, that would be absolutely amazing to have those memories and to have just those things to hold on to and to have hope for. So I think that is something that will definitely come in sort of the early part of next year, once obviously I've had the gathering party type thing. It's not going to be nothing crazy. It's literally just going to be like some nice activities and a nice kind of just celebration.